We certainly will get there in the new year. We're not going to get there today or tomorrow, in my opinion. Too many people want to get out and take a little money for a tax break as far as some losses are concerned.
Yeah.
So maybe next week, maybe the week after, but certainly in the month of January, but not in the next 2 days.
So, Scott, it's not that there's something that's really concerning investors here. It's probably just a natural break. We take the next leg up in the new year, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little strange, though, actually, we didn't get there with this low-volume trade. I still am holding out hope that we're going to get there by Friday. Somebody said on the show earlier that we were going to get there by the end of the year. I think that was me, but I'm happy that's not on tape anywhere, I'm sure.
Oh, it is.
But maybe early next year, and then we'll see what happens. Once we get over that level, we'll see if the sellers come in for good.
I truly think there's something to the psychological aspect of this as well. So
and it is psychological, but at the same time, which is great and good fodder for all of us.
Yeah.
But it is a bullish mile marker if we can hit it. That's the point. Having said that, yes, we're going to hit 20,000. Is it going to be today, tomorrow?
Probably
maybe not. We need some major news to trade on. If we get some piece of news, Kate Spade has opened themselves up for buyers. I mean, anything in some retail
a little
numbers,
catalyst is what we're looking
something is
for.
what you need. But if you don't get some kind of piece of data, anything, I don't think the market's going to head
And
over.
we should point out that Adam Shapiro, from the very beginning, even though we made fun of him, bar humbug, party pooper, you've been right.
I got lucky.
You got lucky.
And I think we can continue this discussion sometime in March after the inauguration,
because
I don't think we'll hit it, but not until we start getting movement on tax reform and regulatory reform.
We will move on from 20K before our very loyal and very smart viewers get more upset. President-elect Trump working on bringing jobs back to the U.S. Nice announcement yesterday. Art Lafro, we talked about this earlier. I mean, look, the guy hasn't even taken office yet, and he's taking credit for like 9,000 jobs either being created or saved. I got to say, it's pretty impressive.
It is very impressive. I mean, when you think about what he's going to do and the deregulation, getting rid of Obamacare, the corporate tax down to 15%, flattening the tax code, getting rid of loopholes, all of those policies make America a far more attractive country to locate production and employment in. And that's exactly the Trump effect that you're seeing. It's an anticipation of what he's going to do once he becomes president. And I think he deserves the credit for it.
I get the feeling that companies are kind of scrambling to get onto his good sites. Anywhere they can create jobs. It's a very smart thing to do. All right, let's move on to Amazon. A couple of stories about Amazon today. First one, I don't really understand it. Fulfillment centers in the sky, Cheryl.
Flying warehouses that would dispatch deliveries by drone. Yes, this is what Amazon has filed a patent for, and it would incorporate. There's the patent. It incorporates a blimp above that brings in the supplies. They want to put these eventually in major crowded areas or near sporting events to sell as much as they can. So you would stock the warehouse in the sky, if you will, via the blimp, and then the drones would go from the platform down to the ground. But I know it sounds insane, but
high-tech blimp.
But with drone technology, and we've already had your Amazon successful delivery by drone. I'm not going to count them out. I'm not.
I don't understand the physics that would be involved in this, other than to have tens of thousands of items floating above a designated target. How large would the blimp have to be, and what age graders?
All right, enough of the blimp. There's a second story, by the way, about Amazon. Digital Day. What's that about?
Okay, well, here's something that Amazon does very well.
Yeah.
They sell stuff, and they're going to be they're going to have on December 30th, they're going to offer 1,000 digital items. These are movies and songs, music, that kind of stuff. Across the site, it's another way to sell more stuff to people who are already, gorged on buying stuff. But it will encourage post-holiday selling. So it's different movies. You get a Flex Pass annual subscription. What is this? To get the music and all of that.
So they're just creating buzz to generate
sell stuff.
More sales. Just like another Hallmark holiday, as
if there's some books or music that you're looking to buy, I know my iPod needs some updating. There you go.
Let's bring in Scott Martin. Scott, this is smart for Amazon. They could name the day anything, as long as they have the deals. People are going to
Boogly Boogly Day.
Yeah, Boogly Boogly Day. That people are going to buy stuff.
Yeah, sit on your butt and hit send day. I mean, it's really like Amazon can do whatever they want. Shep is right. You know, they just create these days or these gimmicks to get you to go online and check out the deals. I mean, they're obviously a killer in the space. We've owned the stock for quite some time. I think it's interesting, though, going forward, guys, you know, how we have this hope for the consumers with lower tax rates and hopefully more hourly wages going up in 2017 with the new administration. I think it benefits companies like Amazon in the space.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, let's cue the organs if we could. We've got a person backstage that sits at the organ and plays when we ask for it. We've put Sears on death watch. Grim Reaper lurking, as you can see, although today up 4% at $8.51. They're announcing they're closing more stores, 30 at least, because we took Sears and Kmart. Larry Levin, I mean, you know, are they in the death spiral?
Absolutely. In fact, you want to sell these rallies, although I would say the stock will rally when they announce that they're closing stores, because obviously that hits their bottom line in a positive way, but they need all the help they can get. Every time there's a rally in there, I would be selling those stocks. All
right. Says it all, doesn't it, really? Big pop, by the way, for Kate Spade shares last session on reports that the company might be considering selling itself. That gave it a pop. Where are the shares? Where are those shares today, Nicole?
Oh, well, they're down a little bit, but don't forget, yesterday, Kate Spade soared. The stock was up over 23%. And this was all on the idea that the company was exploring a sale. And there are reports, it's based in New York, Kate Spade, there are reports that it is working with an investment bank looking at possible buyers. One of those possible buyers could be Coach. Everybody says that would be a good match. Handbags, accessories, department stores. It all really stems from one activist shareholder, Caris Investors, who said that the company should consider a sale because their sales have been slipping, their shares were slipping since 2014, and the management had lost faith. So a strong dollar has hurt the company, and department store traffic's been down. So let's see who Kate Spade goes to. We'll see.
That's
but right now it's down a little bit.
All right, but they had a nice pop yesterday. Nicole, thank you very much. The price of oil, as we showed you earlier, right around $54 a barrel. Gas, by the way, at $2.30 a gallon. That is the national average on regular. But by the way, prices are going to go up in 7 states next year. Those dreaded taxes, right, Cheryl?
Yeah, look, I mean, if you're in several states right now, you are going to see your gasoline get a little bit more expensive. Let me show you the list right now. It's several states, and that includes, you've got Pennsylvania. That's going to be the biggest jump that we should say. Pennsylvania, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Michigan, Indiana, and Nebraska. But drivers in Pennsylvania, which are already paying the highest gas tax, they're going to get hit with another 8 cents per gallon. And if we do see gasoline prices go up in the next, few months, as oil continues to sit above $50, maybe it goes higher depending on what OPEC does.
Right.
It's going to, this is a problem for business. It's for the economy. So
what do you say, Art Laffer? Gas prices going up. We're seeing the price of oil go up. OPEC talking about, production cuts. That could take some of that enthusiasm away from the consumer.
Well, it could, but, if they use gas taxes in place of income taxes or corporate taxes or franchise taxes, I'm all for that 100%. Raising the gas tax per se as a standalone, I think, is a huge, huge mistake. And if you ever want to see something amazing, Ashley, is look at Tennessee.
Yeah.
We are now running a huge, huge surplus. We have no income tax. We got rid of the death tax. We got rid of the hall tax. I mean, we are doing a great job, and our surplus is rising like mad because we've avoided raising taxes, and we've cut a lot of some of the worst taxes. We are the winners here in Tennessee.
And that is why more businesses are moving to Tennessee, and Texas for that matter, because it's so attractive from a tax point of view. Larry Levin, very quickly, I want to ask you, what are you paying for gas in Chicago right now?
That's a good question, Ashley, because I have an electric car, so I don't go to the gas station.
Fantastic!
I know, Ashley. Ashley, way more than the national average in Chicago, that's for sure. That's the way we do things around here. We gouge our citizens.
Oh, my God, Ashley.
Is that a Tesla?
Scott drives a very fast
Larry
motor
Levin
car.
is the tech guru. He probably was. Is it a Tesla, Larry?
I own actually 2 Teslas, yes.
Of course you do.
We're in the wrong business, that's for sure. All right, from gas prices to how...